Okay, now we're outside with our ranger beads. Here we go. Now you can see them in some sunlight, and I actually put a carabiner on there for ease of use. Now, that ease of use is to put them on your body for you to have while you're calibrating them and while you're actually using them. And you might ask, how do you calibrate ranger beads? Well, you just move them like this and like that, and then you're done, and that's it. Thanks for watching. No, that's not actually how you calibrate ranger beads. Well, right here, you have these 9 beads right here, and each one of these equal out 100 meters. And then you have the 4 here, these each equal out 1,000 meters. So as you're going through, depending on how you want to set things up, I have mine like this right here. Every 100 meters that I walk, I'm going to slide 1 bead down. Then that's 200 meters. As I get all the way through, get all of these down here. So that's 900 meters. Then before I move all of those up, going to slide 1 down, and now that's 1,000 meters. Then I start all over again, sliding all of them up. So I already did 1,000. Now this would be 1,001. Now, as you are going through this measurement, as you're recording this, you are working to get up to a mile. Now, a mile is 16, if I'm not mistaken, it's 1,600. Let me check my notes so I could be accurate and sure, because you're going to need one of these as well while you're calibrating your ranger beads. So to get to 1 mile in meters, that is 1,609 meters. Well, with most of us here being American, it doesn't actually work out like that, the whole calculation and everything. That is why you have to calibrate not the beads, but yourself on how to use the ranger beads. So if you are gonna, some people use yards, some people use just your pace count, and then as they average in their pace count, they can figure out the distance that they're gonna do. But for right now, to keep it simple, we're just gonna go with every one of these beads is gonna be 100 meters. So how do you do 100 meters? Well, 100 meters, if you have a football field, you can use the football field. You go from the end zone, deep in the end zone, that's your first 10 yards, and you have to go 109.3, almost the full football field plus the end zone. That will give you 100 meters. You can also get a 100-meter tape and lay it out. You can also use your cell phone. If you have an iPhone, I believe Androids can do those as well. You would go into your settings, go right here, set your settings to metric. Then you're gonna get to the measurement app. Now on the measurement app, which this is really cool, it uses LiDAR, all of these fancy sensors on your phone, and you can point it at the ground, press a start point, and then start walking, and then it's gonna measure everything out for you. So I did that already with my phone. As you can see, my first cone is right here, and my second cone is back there somewhere. If you could zoom in, you'll be able to see the orange cone there. Now, to count your paces over this 100 meters, you have to, you're gonna count only your left leg step. So that's what I'm gonna go do right now, and we'll be right back. So I'm at the start, and starting off here, left leg, 1, 2, 3, 4. 60, 61, 62, 63, 64. So this time I got here in 64 paces. So I'm gonna take out my notebook, mark that down, and you wanna let yourself know the conditions. I'm not wearing a pack, I'm not carrying anything. It's just me by myself and some comfortable shoes, and I got 64 paces on fairly flat ground. Weather isn't bad, it's not muddy out here or anything. Now, I'm gonna head back. 1, 2, 3, 4. 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64. So it equaled out. 64 down, 64 back. So when you go over to your Ranger beads, see, I haven't moved anything down. When I went down the first time, should have did that first 100 meters. Now that I did 200 meters, had to move another one down. So as you're going, you're gonna, while you're calibrating your beads, you're gonna note down on what type of surface you're on. So I'm on fairly level grass that is not really hilly or anything like that. It's not muddy, it's not wet. I have on comfortable shoes, I'm not wearing boots or anything like that. I'm not carrying anything, so that's gonna be my baseline. Now, where things change, show you that in a moment. Okay, after that first 200 meters, we added a little bit of something. I guess you could say awkward weight, but it's something you're gonna hold on to and get another pace count. So let's go. Starting off here, 1. 66, 67. So that was 67. Let's mark that in. And also slide one of the beads down and head back. 1, 2, 4, 65, 66, 67. So that's 67 paces. Let's go back. Oh, didn't do 1,000 yet, but I did 400 meters. And just with this Freedom Seed launcher, I went from 64 paces to 67. So it comes to show, if you're just holding or carrying a little bit something extra, it's gonna change your pace count a little bit. So let's go add something else. Okay, now I'm back. I went and grabbed my Squatch survival pack, threw a couple of things I had in the van, some of my gear, the pack of beads that I use to make these Ranger beads, some laundry detergent, and some coconut oil. All this stuff that I had random in my van just to add a little bit of extra weight to the pack. So that, along with my Freedom Seed dispenser, let's go take a walk. So I'm here at the start. I'm gonna mark off that it's gonna be with a pack and rifle, and gonna get going. 1, 2. 66, 67. So with the pack and a rifle, fairly light pack, did 67 paces at 100 meters. Now on the way back, 1, 2, 65, 66, 67. At 67 again. So, oh, gotta grab the Ranger beads. Gotta put 2 more down because when I went down before, didn't put that one. And now I've gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600 meters on the move, taking notes. And now you can get your average on what your pace is going to be. As you start to add more weight, or if you're carrying something, if you're carrying your child, know what their weight is and make it fun. Pick up your kid, just go walk 100 meters with them, note it down, note how you do it when you're tired, note how you do it when you're fresh, note the weather, note the terrain, because if we're going through grass and stuff like that, that's gonna slow down your pace count. If you're moving at night, that's gonna slow down your pace count. So you have to get all those numbers on paper so that you can calibrate yourself to your Ranger beads and you can know the distance that you're going. So, 1,000? I do 1,000 more, I'll get to a mile with this going back and forth. Then I'll be able to slide one of these beads down. So, hope all this information helps you to get yourself dialed in and for you to be more prepared. Thank you for watching. Shalom.